We're sitting in the Tony Evans Training Center. The Tony Evans Training Center, where the ministry started, right here in Oak Cliff, where the training happens, where the magic happens, where the video recording happens that goes out all over the world. And so I'm excited to be sitting in the legacy of the Dr. Tony Evans.
When my dad was 30 years old and I was 10 or 11, he came to faith in Christ, and it metamorphosized our family. And we saw this graphic spiritual dynamic take place in our house. To this day, it's never stopped.
So did that moment of faith make Two Daddy strict?
I remember one time when I snuck the car.
Took the car?
I took the car, but I got a flat tire. and I didn't have any money, so I had to kind of call him for help.
Legacy is what they taught us, and a big part of legacy is not giving up. Did you ever think that the way you were raised and the legacy that Two Daddy and Two Mom were building would lead to accomplishments? I mean, there have been other accomplishments, but another accomplishment like this.
God has something to say about every category of life, but whether it involves your individual life or how your ministry is carried out or how civil government is supposed to work, that all of that comes under the rule of God.
This to me is 50 years. I mean, it took a decade.
Yeah, from conception to completing the Bible and commentary was 10 years, but it's reflective of
50.
Like you said, over 50
Life.
years of life, preaching, marriage, all of that.
Your all-time favorite song?
My girl.
Hey! Can you sing a little bit?
No.
Yes, just
no.
give us a little bit. You're snapping on 1 and 3.
Oh.
That was weird.
So do it. You do it.
I've got sunshine.
I don't know how to do it. Yeah. Okay.
On a cloudy day.
Give it just a little bit of boost. Go.
When it's cold outside.
Speaking of challenges, has your faith ever been tested? Like, we all know Tony Evans as the rock emotionally. You don't get thrown off, but has your faith ever been tested?
The most recent thing is your mom's health. Serious illness that medical science has no solution for. Being in this situation where it's totally out of your hands and totally out of any other human being's hands, where you have to believe God against all odds.
So what, in this next chapter of your ministry and family and all this stuff, what are you most hopeful for? What are you anticipating in the next chapter?
Well, transferring legacy, because when you're in this, when you're 70 years old, time is certainly not on your side.
We don't know that. I mean, you've
Well,
been around for a really long time.
But it's still not on your side. It's not going to be, I'm not going to be 140.
Yeah.
So whatever we can transfer to the next generations, not only of my family, but to others, and the broader society, transferring this worldview is the thing I want to do.